HyperVerse, Guardians of the Galaxy. That's what we're doing here.
Yeah, HyperVerse.
Killer, he knows his subject. Trying to be clever, be careful.
This was the first article. As a result, Kalpesh was sentenced 12 months in prison.
We get rewarded every day. Very excited.
Still trying to find herself a passive income. Here she is with her good mindset blow dryer. Kalpesh Patel, #1 scammer, returns to the UK. This is Des Amy, and this is Sharron James. And the last one.
It's a shame they don't take the time to find out who I am first.
I think we know who you are now.
The biggest scammer in the world, Kalpesh Patel. And when Keith is this and Keith is that.
I dominate the market when you search for Keith Williams, kind of pushing Keith under the bus. And
Yeah, why don't you have a sit down with our legal guy? They'll disarm you in a second. But
these are jail words.
dream stealers, they're stealing off.
Pinakee Naik! Negatron.
Jump on you. I said,
Did he just say that? I really want to jump on you.
that's just
none of the punishment.
insane.
For the love that my line showed me, the prayers that they gave me. Thank you. This is the only community on the planet. This is it. And understand this. The world does not build monuments to critics. You show me one critic that got a monument. Remember what your boy Mr. Go Crypto just said. And don't you ever forget it. Peace out.
Man.
I don't really care if I have a monument. Well, did you enjoy the introduction? Watching all those shorts are quite horrifying. The enthusiasm that these people have when HyperVerse was basically at its prime. In December, it was a few withdrawal problems. And then back in January, just when this video that you're about to watch, and I'm going to do the voiceover on, they started to get their money again. So they thought this was a sure thing. The confidence and the ooziness that is coming out of their mouth is pretty breathtaking. However, this video is actually about the impact that the media had on HyperVerse, and did it actually contribute to the collapse of HyperVerse. And I was amazed with the cover-up of Kalpesh Patel. And this was at the time where Keith and Kalpesh were real closely knitted together and really encouraging and pushing people. Now in this talkover video that you're about to watch, you can really see that people have really bought into this. They truly believe that this is their opportunity to get rich quick. And a lot of them, you can tell, have experienced just that. Because for a good Ponzi scheme to work, you need happy punters. And there's some terminology in here that Keith actually didn't want people using, and he actually cuts a lady off. This is a short video. You can go into the description. You can read my timestamps, but let's not muck around. Let's get into the video today. This would be one of the best videos for you to watch if you don't know how they got so much traction. Now, just before I start, I will actually explain my picture. You've got Kalpesh Patel. Now, there's articles in the newspaper that say that he was getting $4 million a month from HyperVerse, and there's other rumors out there saying he was claiming $1 million a day from HyperVerse. My calculation shows, and also other media has said, that this is a $4 billion scam. $4 billion. The other one is, you can see the people along the bottom. They are people that are actively promoting HyperVerse, and they have jumped to other Ponzi schemes like Novatech and also wewe.Global. After the demise of HyperVerse, they jumped ship and lost faith in the company Hypertech Group, and now they've started up HyperNation. Now, for a lot of the people in Keith and X, who's just left Kalpesh Patel's community, they've decided to pay 10,000 USDT to buy an NFT so that they can be at the top of the pyramid for the rinse and repeat Ponzi scheme HyperNation. And they've also sold people, the peasants, so to speak, NFTs for $100 each. They reckon they've sold 70,000 of those, and it's rumoured that 1,000 people have bought purple NFTs. Now, I don't know if those figures are right, but my point is there's a lot of people out there investing. There's a lot of people training on how to get scammed. And this video that we're about to watch is absolutely breathtaking, what they're actually doing and how it actually works. All right, so please do hit the thumbs up. This helps these videos get out. It really makes a huge difference. And you will see us subscribe, hit the bell thingy pop up every now and again. And by all means, do check out my YouTube channel. You see I've done quite a few little short videos like this one here. All right, let's get started. Meet Keith Williams and Kalpesh Patel.
We are HyperVerse, Guardians of the Galaxy. That's what we're doing here.
Deal with some of the stuff that appears in our beautiful press.
I woke up this morning to something on YouTube, some genius sleuth, and I won't mention who it was. I just articulate. He knows his subject. We've got a business that's sustainable and compliant and meets the regulations, and I guarantee you, which could derail you if you're a bit wobbly, can't handle the pressure. What do? How do you handle? Because I'm a street fighter. I'll go in, better come armed and dangerous. Otherwise, I had a couple yesterday, took them out. Trying to be clever, be careful.
All right, so I weren't around at the time, so they weren't actually talking about me. But I have got a little bit of history for you. So in December the 13th, this was the first article that was sort of bad press for Kalpesh. And in here it was talking about how he's the top scammer in the world. Imagine having a headline like that. And it also shows that it actually reads, I'll read it, they say it better than me. I said there was a $15 million fraud case in the USK. As a result, Kalpesh was sentenced 12 months in prison, and he also had to pay a fine of £330,000, pounds for his involvement. He broke his bail conditions, and that's how they finally nailed him. If you want, I will put the link in the description, and you can read the whole case, and you can see that this guy obviously has a bit of dirty laundry. The other one was on the 8th of January. Now, this leadership meeting that we were just looking at was filmed on the 15th of January. And I think this was the article they were actually talking about. And it was about a lady that was in HyperVerse, and they froze her bank accounts. It's a really good article. I'm not going to go into it now. But if you go through the article, you can see she obviously was in bed with Kalpesh Patel. And it talks about how she thought it was a bit on the nose that she had to declare her money that she was getting from her crypto investments. And don't get me wrong, you can make money out of these Ponzi schemes if you get in at the start. What really surprised me, I did a bit of searching on this lady, and this is her Facebook account around about the same time.
Your membership, which is absolutely amazing. We get rewarded every day. And it's a really special thing. And everybody in our community are absolutely buzzing. And then we get to live in the world of cryptocurrency and blockchain, which is one of the most exciting places to be on the planet right now. I've got to tell you that. I'm very excited. You've probably seen actually just lately that with the Ukraine war sadly happening and
the thing is, these guys will use every tactic they can to actually promote a Ponzi scheme. This one here, she's talking about 4 times reward, so it's obvious it's HyperVerse. And then I thought I'd better check out to see what she's doing today. And would you believe she's still trying to find herself a passive income, and now she's into selling products online. She obviously gained a little bit of a following. I'm trying to find the one. Here she is with her blow dryer and her good mindset blow dryer. But you're just absolutely amazing that these people obviously get labelled as multi-level marketers. But what you'll see in the video that we're about to do is that there's been a lot of press. They also talk about a video, so I won't come back here, but I'll put all the links. But here's the video that they're probably talking about. This was on the 9th of January. And then you've obviously got the article that was on the 17th of Feb, how it talks about Kalpesh Patel, #1 scammer, returns to the UK. And there's photos here of him, Sam Drew, which is theoretically meant to be the owners. And obviously he's got an involvement that goes way back. This is Des Amy, who I've got a great video on him. He's always taunting me. And this is Sharron James. So, and this was the lady that was in the article. And they just go back. So she's obviously, that lady removed her Facebook account and then she's put it back. And the last one was on the May the 26th, 2022. And I have, personally, I can tell you, I haven't actually spent all the time reading them, but you get the idea. So let's have a listen and let's get back into it. I must put my phone on Do Not Disturb. I've got a button that I can click that says recording. Right, here we go.
And that's the people that attack Kalpesh Patel. It's a shame they don't take the time to find out who I am first.
I think we know who you are now, though, don't we, Kalpesh?
The biggest scammer in the world, Kalpesh Patel. And when
Imagine admitting that.
you read it, it's puke. It's cringeworthy. Keith is this and Keith is that.
I think I felt sorry for Keith here because Keith is a dirty, rotten scammer. There's no doubt about that. However, I have done searching for Keith Williams, and the only videos that come up are my videos and a few others, of course, but I dominate the market when you search for Keith Williams because he was the first guy I got on a Zoom meeting with and accused of being a scammer and asked him how does he sleep at night. Hopefully that video will pop up about now. But anyway, I think it was quite funny that he was kind of pushing Keith under the bus and painting him in the same light. There's no doubt about it that Kalpesh Patel is the biggest scammer in the world. And Kalpesh may be number 2. I'm not sure about that, but he's certainly made millions out of HyperVerse.
He's like that, and Keith's, oh, Keith.
We've given people a hope again. They talk about exit strategies and running off. What kind of a scam is it? Expert in the world of scammers. Yeah, why don't you have a sit down with our legal guy? They'll disarm you in a second. But
nobody wants nonsense written about them that you can't defend.
How could you defend it, though, when you think about it?
On their stuff, send it.
And it's not just you, Kalps. Of course, you mentioned Ryan, you've mentioned Sam, you've mentioned they're now starting to have a go at Stephen Lewis.
Now, Stephen Reese Lewis is a paid actor that turned up 7 times in a video reading off a teleprompter. And I've even put a $100 reward out there if anyone can locate the real Stephen Reese Lewis. And Hope Hill, she was their compliance officer for HyperVerse, and she's been in jail for 21 months for fraud. Well, I think it was fraud. I'm not sure on that, but she's definitely not in there because she was she might have been hijacking cars. Who knows? But my point is, these are jailbirds, and they've all got out and they're ready to re-scam. So the fact that they're saying that they're giving Stephen Reese Lewis a hard time, certainly, we're talking 8 months later. Everything that they were saying has been proven true, that they are dirty, rotten scammers.
Dream stealers. They're stealing opportunity. They're taking hope. So
they're stealing from the poor and giving to the rich.
What are you offering instead?
Well, we were offering, you put your money in the bank and you get 1%. So what? At least your money doesn't drop off 40% within a couple of hours when it's in the crypto world. That's what the bank is offering. And that's what other people are offering, Keith, which you probably know about now because you're probably taking out quite a bit of money and put it into a bank account. Hopefully you're paying your tax.
0.1% at the bank or the hedge fund. Or
we have a
hedge fund. My last video, 2 videos back, go listen to Pinakee Naik. He talks about hedge funds and how unsafe they are. And then one video back, you've got Brittany telling us that Hypertech Group is actually running a hedge fund. And Hyper Capital, Hyper Fund, and HyperVerse, and now HyperNation are just 4 different entities, and they're all part of the big hedge fund, which is Hypertech Group, which is complete and utter blah, and I can't believe it. So I didn't notice that when I was preparing this video that he talks about hedge funds as well, but now they are literally part of a hedge fund, except Kalpesh Patel, because he's now off promoting wewe.Global, and that's his new Ponzi scheme, and Keith and but Kalpesh don't actually seem to have any good relationship anymore. The fact that Kalpesh seemed to have been creating multiple accounts could have been the problem, but the reality is I've got videos of Keith Williams and Kalpesh and all the leaders, the VIPs at the top, meeting in Dubai regularly, learning how to create teams and creating multiple accounts so they could defraud the metaverse that they keep preaching to everyone in the hyper community. So basically put, if you watch my videos, you will see that these guys have been defrauding the same community that they are saying is close and tight-knit. It really is disgusting.
Solution for people. That's what we've got, a solution.
Solution. Sorry, I'll stop interrupting. It's quite funny if you listen to it.
The best solution on the planet by miles is delivering the absolute best result for the people on the planet today. Boom.
Yeah.
And we've seen that this company still always delivers. Nobody needs it. You don't need it at all.
It was a simple case of home truths. What this really is, kind of negative negatron behavior.
Negatron. Love that word. Negatron.
I can help you get what you want. And then let me show you what I've got. Then now they're just holding onto your finger and doing the movements themselves. And before you know it, and then they just enjoy holding your hand from time to time. Find somebody down there, run.
Know what's holding you back from making the decision to go for it. And I've already picked up 2 numbers, and she's looking to do something as well. I've been trying to get into that, and got a couple. Let me have your number. Let's talk. I really want to jump on you. I said,
what did he just say there? I really want to jump on you.
Thinking, I woke up this morning and the YouTube this guy was saying all this stuff. She looks like she's ready. For 2 hours, I came back. I got a couple of numbers. 15 years. We would never even get to first base. Do you have the cojones to be able to do that? Your attitude is you don't care if they get in or not. Jumping out of bed and you can't wait to get out there because it's so exciting just to think about what you've just said.
I think what I'm getting from this video is the fact that the positiveness. These guys literally are making millions of dollars right now when this was filmed or when they were recording this on a Zoom meeting. And this is what they call leadership training. Keith and Kalpesh used to get together and they used to sort of prime everyone, get everyone enthusiastic and then get them on the question and answer things, which you'll see happening in a few minutes. But their demeanor is a lot more fruitful. I don't know if that's the right way of describing it now, because they're obviously making a lot of money. And if you watch the latest leadership meetings, you'll see that Keith's face looks like he's very gaunt and it looks like he's tired and he's trying to keep this Ponzi scheme going as long as possible, hoping that Hyper Nation is going to be their rinse and repeat, and they've ironed out all the creases and this is going to be their next big thing. But there's so many flaws in Hyper Nation at the moment. The community is in an uproar because these guys have literally defleeced them of a lot of their money. It's terrible. Let's continue.
In.
It's just
none of the punishment.
Insane. It's just insane. Every day I wake up, I think,
and we forget.
Thank you. Don't need you to save me. I'll save myself. Share what you're getting from YouTube.
I'm not going to share what I get from YouTube. I get very little.
Ask distracting questions. I've always said this. They've got our back.
Okay, I'll start to do a handful of withdrawals. First one, no problems. I did a little one, 2,000. No
little one, $2,000. See how many more he does in the next few minutes.
Worries. And you'll be like, I want it out now. I need to get it out just in case. This is it. This is the beginning of the end. First time, boom. And it came in and it was in my exchange. I'm happy with that.
See, this is the thing what really makes this Ponzi scheme so shocking is they're actually telling people to buy a membership, and Ryan Zhu really is buying you to be part of the community. He was basically offering you, if you bought a $300 membership, or I think it was 600 and maybe 800, can't remember exactly, but anyway, there was quite a few. There's a 400, 800 and 1200. Anyway, what he was basically offering is if you bought this membership, it was basically buying you as somebody in part of the community, and you would be rewarded about being a community member. And they really watched the terminology that they use with the hope that he's going to give you obviously 3 or 4 times your return in the investment so that you can be part of the ecosystem and you can actually be part of the metaverse, which is happening. And this is what everyone's buying into. You don't understand the metaverse and you don't understand the bigger picture. But there's no income stream at all from this business other than selling memberships. Now, these guys, leaders, are right here telling you they're taking the money out. So they're stuffing their boots full of the cash in the front of the bank. They're still selling these memberships. In the meantime, it's been looted. And that's exactly what these guys have been doing. And especially in Dubai with their crafty 21 account structures, which you'll see a video of mine in my YouTube channel.
I'll take that.
So
I'll do a few more this afternoon. It'll come in tomorrow.
So as soon as the money lands in their account, they're taking it out. They're just siphoning it out.
I'll start all over again. I'll do the whole thing all over again. That's my mindset. And I'm going to have fun with it. So easy.
And
it's like shelling peas. Boom. You are done.
It's magical. What's going on here? Where did that come from? How did that happen? It's just the magic of the way the plan is designed, right? So, absolutely.
Who wants the goodies early? Tomorrow's not promised, guys.
So they're just literally taking the money out. left, right, and center, and they are creating multiple accounts, and they were just siphoning the money out of HyperVerse. And then Keith throws Kalpesh under the bus, because Kalpesh obviously did it in a bigger scale, or I think he did, I don't know, no one really knows. And then he's been throwing Kalpesh under the bus, saying that he was responsible for the downfall of HyperVerse. But also Kalpesh got a lot of bad press, as you just saw previously. And then they also say that crypto died, and this is the reason the Ponzi scheme fell over. And this is really, it's a load of shit, because the Ponzi scheme can't sustain itself. If you get your calculator out and do the maths on it, it cannot sustain itself. And HyperVerse actually started in January, and it lasted about 2 or 3 months before it crashed. And then they created, it goes on and on and on. I'm not going to get into that.
There's been a lot of guests on the calls as well, which is great. Sowing before that harvest comes. Harvest comes around, but look at the harvest that came in. We planted. We continue to plant.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love it. I've been waiting for this phone call for 18 months. Are you ready now? Are we going? Are we going to do it now? Are we going to do it?
First, I'd like to give God the glory and the praise for opening up the windows of heaven and pouring out blessing that we will not have room enough to receive.
So they go after the Black African community. And if you've got a belief in a greater force or a God, then they certainly are targeting you. And this is what even makes it more disgusting. So you can see that these guys are claiming they're doing this all in the name of God.
Woke up this morning, become a VIP 4. Now, when Hyper give me my reward, I give it back. And the next day they give me some more. And the next day I give it all back to them again. And the next day they still give me some more. I'm gonna do next time they give me some, I'm gonna keep. So they gave me some the next day, I kept it. And the next day they gave me some more. So the third thing I said, this I'm gonna do. Next time they give me some, I'm gonna take it all out. I took all my rewards out, and the next day they gave me some more. And this is the only business that you can be in that you can die and you still get paid.
You've done
because on 3 to 4 counts, that's 2 million, and that's
so going from VIP 3 to VIP 4. He just said that means that they have actually done $2 billion worth of sales. Now, if you didn't hear that, that is quite a big statement. So I'm just going to go back a little bit. Listen to what Keith said then. It might be million, and he might have said it wrong, but he certainly said 2 billion in my ears.
And you still get paid.
You've done
because on 3 to 4 counts, that's 2 billion, and that's
going on one thing that Kalpesh mentioned earlier about the bad press. I won't say restore the faith of you, make it stronger. If I can say one of the things I'm upset about, I'm not gonna make excuses.
Today talking about this, about the bad press.
So they're obviously addressing to the community about the bad press, and a lot of people are saying, oh, have you seen this article? Have you watched these YouTube videos and the like? So it definitely did shudder them, to a halt there for a while. And this was the video that Kalpesh sort of had to front up and sort of say, hey guys, yeah, I've been in the press, so what? And make everyone not believe it's true or whatever it is. Can't deny being put in prison though, can you? And you can't deny a court document fining him for £330,000. And he has been investigated for fraud doing that. Now, I know people will go, oh, but he didn't get locked up for fraud. No, he didn't. But he was investigated for fraud. He admitted he had done fraud. And then they finished up, he broke his bail conditions, if you read the document, and he got done for 12 months in prison and also $330,000. Now, it sounds like it's really hard to prove that these guys are committing fraud. And this is why if you watch this video to the end, and I really want you to, you can hear they don't like people mentioning money. And there's one lady that talks about how she's getting $300 out a day, and then Keith turns her off and gives her a bit of a stern warning for next time. But if you're watching Keith's facial expressions when people talk about money, they cringe. And that's why the terminology that they use in these meetings have to be very precise, because they don't want to get done. They think that's going to be their saving grace when they're in front of a court.
Thank you.
No interest.
It's always like that.
And I've made some mistakes, and I've been caught up in companies that have gone completely wrong.
Now he's involved in another one.
Some things happen, but they'll find something on me. I don't know. Is that and we know where he is now. Guy,
I was out of pocket because of COVID-19. It felt like he was beating the crap out of my stomach. Horrendous experience I went through. For the love that my line showed me, the prayers that they gave me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is the only community on the planet where everybody shows you love, whether you up, whether you down, whether you count it out. This is it. You are talking about people criticizing, and understand this. The world does not build monuments to critics. You show me one critic that got a monument. People, let me tell you something. Keith and Kalpesh, they are your mental vitamin. If you want to stay in the game, remember what your boy Mr. Go Crypto just said, and don't you ever forget it. Peace out.
Man.
Wow. Now, wouldn't that make them feel like they've done their job correctly? And just for the record, ladies and gentlemen, I don't really care if I have a monument. I'm not after a monument. I actually just enjoy doing these YouTube videos and learning how the world ticks. So, Kalpesh and Keith, right there, then this man is hook, line, and sinker. He's no doubt made quite a few $1,000s out of it. He's gone through, I think he went through COVID, and obviously it was a life-changing event for him. And I think this is where these Ponzi schemes actually really excel, because they do have a real tight community. And some of the other videos just done recently, people have been saying they will do whatever Keith wants them to. Now, Kalpesh has obviously gone off and doing his own thing. He's running other Zoom meetings. He's now promoting another dream that another Ponzi scheme is promoting, and that makes it even sickening. But they don't worry about, fooling people into these scams. They're not concerned that this guy, it means everything to him. Now, I don't know about you, but if I looked at that guy there, he was passionate, he was full on, he was dedicated, he's a true believer. Now, HyperVerse has fallen over, and people have lost thousands and thousands of dollars. Except for one guy in Christchurch. His name is Rick Tarnui. Now, I was messaging him because he had been building HyperVerse, a HyperVerse community here in Christchurch where I live. So I said to him, how much money did you lose in HyperVerse? And he said to me that he's still withdrawing money today. So if you go to my YouTube shorts, you will see Rick's phone number there. He reckons he's still getting money out of it. And there was another lady called Joanna as well, which I haven't put a video up yet about her. However, she also tells me that she is still withdrawing money from HyperVerse. So maybe if Kiwis are still withdrawing money from HyperVerse, you may want to contact Rick and ask him how he's doing it, because I said in my notes that you can see in the shorts, he's full of shit. But a lot of people are trying to keep face about this, aren't they? They've obviously told their friends and family all about it. They've chirped about it like a chirpy little bird, and their friends have believed them, invested, and lost their money. And then these people are going, oh, it's still working for me, and they're just lying. So what I'm trying to say here, guys, people will lie, cheat, steal, do whatever it takes to build their downline. So don't get involved and don't feed the coffers of these slimy rich people who don't care about you. They just care about themselves.
As long as I get my check, who cares?
I beat myself up for about 10 minutes. I am not a failure, though I failed.
Hey, my belief system, Keith, is way up there. It ain't nothing taking this belief system down. I personally brought in like 55 people.
Would you walk around with a t-shirt saying, Mr. Bitcoin?
I thank God, I thank God, I thank
4 new members, 3 of them have done their first rebuys already.
See, they're training people and they're just out to recruit people. That's what these leadership meetings are all about. And it's all about how many people you can bring in each week. Kalpesh Patel, in other videos I've done, the 21 account structure one talks about, bringing 20 people into your team and building teams. Don't build, don't buy $300 packages. Get teams of people underneath you. And this is the whole point of these leadership meetings, is to really get people heavily involved. And brainwashed. I used to be part of a religious cult. I used to be a Jehovah's Witness. I was kicked out of it when I was 23, thank goodness. And it did really screw me around for a long time. And it does have a lasting effect on my life. But the elders, ministerial servants, the circuit overseers, the Bethelite people that used to come and talk to us on the stage. They used to tell us how it was. They used to say they knew all about the Bible, and they used to push that down my throat. Now, I truly believe that everything they said was gospel, for a use of a better word, and it's, caused a lot of havoc in my life. Now, these guys are basically cult leaders. This is why I stick my neck out so much, because these guys are just telling you whatever they want, and you're part of the community, and it's like a pack of wolves that are attacking your finances. So don't give your money to these guys. Do your due diligence. Stay away from any investment to do with crypto. If you want to have a play around on the crypto exchange, you don't need to give your money to these companies to have a play. Have a play yourself. Go buy some coins and have a little play like you do in a share market. Remember, it's high risk. I made some money on Shemu Inu. Everyone will know what that is who's into crypto. And I 10x my money. And I thought, wow, it's so tempting to actually get involved and do more of it. However, I took my money out, and I think I made about $300 or $400 at the end of the day, because I started putting it here, there, and everywhere. Don't forget, you normally have to pay about 40% tax on that money once you take it out of the exchange as well. So that's why a lot of these companies don't. Anyway, let's not get distracted. Let's get back into it.
Will not be recorded when your unborn child has money in the bank.
So far this month, I've signed 5 people. I've got 17 people active. The people that I speak to, and they say that this is not for me, they're the people that believe that the government have their best interests at heart.
Great numbers, eh? And Cal, I'm still jacked. I'm excited, still excited. It's fantastic. Every time I hear it, I'm like, yeah, let's do this.
I used to knock on people's doors. I'll tell you this as well, and I've said it before. And when people said they weren't interested in Jehovah's Witnesses, I used to say, are you not interested in religion, or is it Jehovah's Witnesses? And most people out of politeness would say religion. And then I'd say, well, wouldn't you agree that religion is responsible for a lot of the mayhem in the world? And what I just did is I just overcome the obstacles. And we weren't out there at the time. I'm not a Jehovah's Witness now, and I don't have any religious affiliation at all. But we weren't looking for people that wanted to banter with us. We were looking for lost sheep. And that's why these Ponzi schemes get traction, because there's a lot of people out there who want to be part of a community. There's a lot of people out there who obviously want a passive income. And they're selling this, but it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get this. And that is the problem. But if you're not interested, like that guy just said, they will find other opportunities out there. They will keep searching for people that are looking for it. They're looking for the weak and the vulnerable. They go after the Black African community. They put religious, I can't even say the word, but it's all wound up in religion. There's everyone blessing God for their fortune. It's just disgusting. So don't get wound up in it.
Today, I feel like I don't even need the spaceship to get to Mars. Like, I don't need a rocket. It's always about me. It's always about me leading myself. Say to people who don't have a network marketing background, all the founders went to jail. Stop apologizing for the network marketing part of it.
See, so it's definitely network marketing. There's no doubt about it. And if you're good at sales, you'll do well at this.
Attracting customers to their ecosystem. The only difference in network marketing, don't be intimidated by that. A friend of mine said to me today, she's not good at selling. Don't get hung up on that. Oh, is it network marketing? Is it a pyramid? Look, there's only one thing going on here, right?
Glory, 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 hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. And
thank you, Jesus, for letting me scam my neighbor. Jesus, did she just say that? God damn.
Blessings and healing to all that devil creeped into their house, because it crept into our house. Praise God, I knew what to do. So
Keith must have snuck in a window.
I nourished my body. We gave our body what our body needed. Really pissed that this came in my house, because don't hug me, don't kiss me, don't do anything when you come. I'm a networker by heart. God knows my heart. The money will come. God is good. My words, I'm trying to be cautious, because I know we don't, the words, the terminology.
Now, did you hear what she just said? She's trying to be careful with her words, because she knows they're not allowed to talk about dollars, and they're not allowed to talk about investments. It's all about rewards, and it's really important. So it does make me wonder what would happen if you wanted to sabotage these leadership meetings and kept talking about dollars and investments and financial advice, because they seem to think their disclaimer is going to protect them when they're in front of the judge.
and I don't like sitting in my bed doing. He had a big fish that was already in, and somebody sent him something that shook him. He already had the money in the exchange, and he took it off.
So they wouldn't have liked that one. Talking about a big fish, a guy that was going to invest a whole lot, and then he got spooked. He probably got spooked by reading the articles about Kalpesh Patel and watching the videos. That's my guess on it, and he pulled out.
Conversation about that. Didn't say what shook him, drew the money from the account, and we could have talked him down off the ledge, right?
So you can see that the facial expressions of Kalpesh and Keith are pretty monotone. They don't like it when people talk money on this platform.
You go to people and you tell them, I have a blessing for you. And you tell them, this is a blessing that's going to change not only your life, but your family's legacy. Say it with integrity. You can look at them straight in their eyes.
You know, we're taking you to the water. We're taking the horse to the water. Really, we can't force the horse to drink it.
Now, there you go. It's just backing up what I was saying earlier on. They're not looking for people that are thirsty. They're looking for people that will drink. I think I said that right.
This is serious business. Our belief, our trust.
We started on January.
Now, that's Sharron James. Sharron? Yeah, Sharron James. Now, I don't think she's been locked up, but I know that her boyfriend got done for some kiddie stuff. There's articles. Now, if you go to a YouTuber's by the name of Ponzi Hater and look for Sharron James, you will find that she is a dirty, rotten scammer with a big history longer than my arm, or actually longer than my leg. And obviously all these guys are just criminals getting together. So this is a criminal network at work. And Sharron is one of the big girls. She's got the big britches.
The 10th, that was the first day I signed up. But I never, ever even lost faith then. Oh my God, she's on the call. Hey. Hi.
I can't wait to tell them how beautiful it was to see you all in Dubai.
Listen, so good to see you. Please put your mask on though.
Yeah. Where's my mask?
Oh, God bless her. I've got a list of people who are ready to get started. There they are. 7 sign-ups this week. My son's been doing some networking. Are you crazy?
It's a family affair.
Yeah, knowing that we're in a safe environment. You bloody rock stars. Let's see what 2022 brings, right?
Oh, what did 2022 bring? Well, the crash of HyperVerse, wasn't it? Everything got frozen, they ran out of money, and then they decided to scam the VIP 5s. How did they do that? Well, what they did is they decided to create a new platform, take all the assets out of it, which is basically the sales team, entice them to buy a dumb NFT, getting that wrong. So they had NFTs from $100, $125 if you've had no connection with NFTs before, and then they had $10,000 NFTs and $100,000 NFTs. Now, if you bought a $10,000 one, you could bring over your team structure, not the team, just the structure. And once you went back to the people that had burnt by losing all their money, and you got them into Hyper Nation, that means that they would be under your structure, and then when they recruited people, you would get rewards. So it's a complicated affair, but however, I think what happened is the VIP 5s made a lot of money. And they've got money sitting there looking at them going, wow, look how much money we made from HyperVerse. All the other people, the peasants, have lost all their money. That's probably what would happen to you if you invested today. There's no doubt about it. However, the people at Hyper Nation are smart cookies. How can we get the money back from all the VIP 5s? And that's where they started selling $10,000 and $100,000 NFTs. Rumored that there's $1,000 NFTs being purchased. There was Pinakee Naik dropped the beans the other day and said that they've only sold $70,100 yellow NFTs, which is about $7 million. So, as Keith said earlier on, the jump between a VIP 3 to VIP 4 is $2 billion worth of sales, which is incredible money. Now, he might have slipped up. I may have my facts wrong. I have never invested in this Ponzi scheme, and I never will invest in a Ponzi scheme. I'd rather shoot myself in the face. But even if it's $1 million, there's so much money going around here. You can see why these guys try to keep a straight face in these meetings. Back to the meeting.
I mean, I saw some people fighting in the community chat saying Bitcoin Beauty is a no-show. She's all with the negativity, Kalpesh. These people wanting to attack you, and I'm like, he's the best of the best. What is wrong with
He's the best scammer in the world.
These people? Keith William has 5 arms and 6 legs. Are you going to come back, sit there, and try to attack everything negative? We in HyperVerse, we know what we have because there are no games here. There are no gotchas. Every single person that is in HyperCommunity, you have an opportunity to live the best life that you ever.
I think I'm part of the community, just I don't get any of the money. People keep telling me I need to get a job. I got a text from a lovely lady yesterday who told me I'm a failed businessman. Isn't that lovely? Aren't people lovely? See the greed that comes out of people, you know. And then she went on to say, since I've last been associated with you, I've bought 7 houses. And I said, oh, 7 houses. You count your houses and I'll count my friends. And she's heavily involved in HyperVerse. I mean, is money really that goddamn important that you will climb over anybody to get your money? Sickening. It just amazes me.
Wanted to. And I am a living example. And just share the recording and watch your business explode. Tell yourself you are amazing. You are great. You are powerful.
I'm amazing. I'm great. I'm powerful.
You're wonderfully made.
I'm wonderfully made.
Because why is it that we'll believe the lies that are being told?
Because the lies are told because people are trying to decept us and take our money. That's why we will believe those.
Internet. Dubai was awesome.
Dubai's where they've been going to talk about building the team structure, and they're creating multiple accounts to defraud the community that they're preaching to right now. Doesn't that sound like a religious cult who are just out for themselves?
Cash, I'm so glad I got to meet you and Sharon and Dizzy, Goran, Nick.
Goran, oh, hi mate. You're an Australian who lives over some other country at the moment with your wife. He's now off promoting wewe.Global. And would you believe Brenda Chunga down there is also promoting wewe.Global. And I just watched a video. Oh, that's the video I was going to watch. I was going to put another video on at the same time, and it's Kalpesh Patel promoting another wewe.Global thing. I'll see if I can find it while this is playing without screwing it up.
So Keith was a rock star in Abu Dhabi. He drove past us in, what car was that you were in?
He said they rewarded me. I gave it back. They rewarded me again. I gave it back. I kept some. They kept rewarding me. I love that. That's exactly what happens every day. So my goals are 10 contacts per day. I love it. No one builds a monument to someone who criticizes.
It's just while I'm on the topic, I do remember where it was. So let's go to YouTube. If you are on YouTube and you are on my channel, please do hit the thumbs up. It really does help get these videos out. I'll see if I've got my history, and I'll see if I can find the video of Kalpesh actually doing a Zoom meeting. The gift. There it is. I think it might be that one. So just going to shut that up because it will make a noise.
Let's really...
That's it. I just fast forward. That's it. So this was filmed 1 day ago, right?
Now, let's really get them ranks cranked. So thank you so much.
Amazing. Thank you. And thank you for those videos. I know that they're going to...
Alrighty. So just bear in mind that video was filmed in 15th of January 2022. So this year. And by the way, if you want to see me a present, my birthday, I won't say my birthday, but it's not far away from that date. So let's just go through some of the people in here. So obviously we've got Kalpesh Patel. I don't know anyone that photo. Let's have a look at this one. I don't know anyone here. There, right. We've got Dizzy Taylor. He's, and there's Goldman. Now, Goldman is basically, he's been involved in HyperVerse all the way along. He's been in multi-level marketing. I think he said 41 or 31 years. He said he was dreading telling his wife that he was, that's him there, that he was getting involved in another multi-level marketing, which is amazing. That's Dizzy Taylor has got his name on this one. Notice that HyperVerse these days have taken their names off their things. I suggested that they did that. Anyway, there's a few other familiar faces in here which are a bit of a crack up. I don't know any of these people. I'm just going to go through them because people who've been following this like me will actually be amazed at how two-faced these people are. So I don't know who Sue Tell is. I don't know if that's a relation or it's just a coincidence that her last name's Patel. But these are all VIP 5s who have jumped out of the frying pan into the fire. Oh, and this one here makes me crack up. This is Andy. I've forgotten his real name, but if you want it, let me know. But this is what you call Grandpa Crypto. And he travelled through the UK in a camper van ripping off people. You've got Sharron James. That's her there. And you've got these teams. There's these distinction. So she is part of a team that scam people. Let's see if there's anyone else in these familiar faces. Now, this is just a day ago. All right. So I should take note of these names, but I've got a name and shame video, which I'll put up later on, probably at the end of it. And I've got over 200 people's names now in the name and shame video. So if you do see people in here, you know, what I'd really love you to do is go to theheck.com, which is my website. And on my website, you'll see that I have over 1,000 blogs. I bust Ponzi schemes. I've got a Telegram group called, which will be in the notes, called Ponzi Scheme Buster. And if you see contact page, you can send me stuff anonymously. And just put your name, email address in the subject line, put anonymous, and put your message in here. I'll keep it anonymous if you want me to. Otherwise, just tell me and I can use it and say I've got it from a credible source. Would be great. But I just want to go through here. So isn't this crazy that these guys have... So in here, you've got VIPs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 VIP 5s that I know of. And they have bought... You are a VIP 5. I used to think it was because you bought in 2,000 people, but it's not. It's by the amount of money that you bought into HyperVerse. So these guys have just all jumped ship and followed Kalpesh Patel. And Kalpesh Patel theoretically was taking... $1 million out of HyperVerse a day. So I should actually grab this video and do a voiceover on it. But I just wanted to show you guys this is rampant. There's a real scam-demic out there at the moment. So don't get wound up in it. You're not going to get rich. Only the people at the top of the pyramid. And as I said, they paid $10,000 USDT, which is the same as $10,000 American, to be at the top of the pyramid. So there's no room for anyone else. Let's carry on and see what these guys are into.
So with you. So and as you get stronger, setting new targets and getting back in the trench is fantastic.
Your mom is mad because it's nothing wrong with that, right? The good thing is, what am I doing now? You know, I'm trying to kill myself. But they end up to be the one who said at the last minute when everything is going on, they text me, oh, I'm sorry, we're not joining anymore.
I'll just call you the brute.
So that lady there, I remember watching the full extended version of this, which I wouldn't force you to do, but she was lining up a big fish as well, a guy of a lot of money, and then somebody pipped her at the post and told them it was a dirty, rotten scam. So all these people that were about to invest on the 15th of January 2022 may have that article that the press did about Kalpesh. If you've just tuned in, you can see all these articles were happening at this same time that this video was happening. So the press have a lot of influence, and I hopefully am getting interviewed by the New York Times. I've got a reporter that I've been chatting to for the last 8-9 weeks, and he said that he's find it really hard to prosecute these guys simply because there's no one that's really committed the crime. It's easy to go for the Keefs and the Kalpesh Patels, but it'll be a lot of research. And I've got a list of 200 people. If you are going to be on these Zoom meetings and you're going to use your real name, then I'm going to do my best to name and shame you. And that's what I do. Because I don't think you guys should be able to go to a dear friend and tell them about an opportunity of a lifetime when you know it's a dirty, rotten scam. And then when you lose all your money, what do? You jump ship. You go from one Ponzi scheme to the other and you preach a different message. It's the same chocolate, but slightly different flavour. All right, so that's my point. Just thought I'd chuck that in there. So don't use your real name and don't scam people, because I'll do my best to name and shame you. Please hit the thumbs up if you haven't already.
Two brothers
the reason why you guys don't get pierced by arrows, I've been trying to find out if there's a corporate email address for support, compliancy, because I plan on doing business cards, and I just want to make sure what I'm going to put on the cards, kind of like it won't go against compliance.
Just ask in the Telegram. I don't have that. Go on.
So that's crazy, man. That guy's going to print business cards. Imagine going up to someone and go, here's my business card. I work for HyperVerse, and we're building an ecosystem on the metaverse, and I want you to be part of it. And but I just want to check with corporate if I can do that. And Keith's going, oh, that's going to be hard, because everything we chat, they always talk about how they are chatting with corporate, and corporate is communicating with them via text message on a Telegram group chat. Isn't that crazy?
Thanks.
One more thing.
I think there was a day when the payment was late. And
I've just done another withdrawal whilst
Keith's been doing withdrawals all day long.
Sean was talking.
And until we stumble and fall, then you have something to say. But until
I love you.
Now, this is the one, this is the key person. This is the lady I want you to watch. This lady is a masseuse, and she has a husband that's telling her not to invest in this because it's a Ponzi scheme, and she has decided to put $50,000 of their money into this Ponzi scheme. Have a listen to this one. This is priceless. I might even see if there's room for my head. Oh, yeah. Get full screen so you get the full impact. Enjoy.
Love you too.
Oh, I love you too.
I'm coming in at 50,000. I went to the bank, go for it because
she's gone to the bank, got 50,000, and she's going to go for it. Sorry about my head being in the way. Let's carry on.
I saw the way out for myself and my family. And oh my goodness, it was too much. Scam, Ponzi. My husband didn't really believe me.
So she's talked to her family, and they said, no, it's a scam, it's a Ponzi. And her husband that she's pointing upstairs, looking after the kids that keep screeching in the background, sorry about that, doesn't believe her, and she's carrying on. Imagine how this lady's feeling now.
Show me the money. Show me the money. Show me the money. Show me the money.
Now, the terminology she is using is making it really hard for Keith not to cut her off. But it gets to the point where he decides, I have to cut her off, because she's using terminology that's going to get them in trouble, because this is all crypto. This is all rewards. This is not an investment opportunity. You know, all the terminology she's using is not right. And so he has to cut her off. Watch.
More than I was even earning as a massage therapist. So.
And if you look at Keith, he's actually sending a message to somebody right now.
It was like, for me, it was like mind-boggling also. I'm like, oh my goodness, it's true. I'm not dreaming. I believe in it. Yeah. I have a spouse that is still like, they don't even care. They're working also on the Spanish presentation.
All language presentations will come out soon, in a couple of weeks.
Wonderful, wonderful. Retired within 5 months, but I think it's going to be a bit earlier, because right now I'm getting.
Listen to her kids, they're wild.
The account is already releasing more than $300 a day.
Boom! Oh, Keith's not going to like that. And this is where he cuts her off.
We certainly need to stop you on some of the things you've been saying, and I've been listening to you very carefully. We don't pay, we don't receive dollars. So, but we get what you mean, but perhaps we get the language right.
Intervention by family, saying, you know, all the negative. I found an article, and you know how that goes.
Poor guy lives at home with his mum and dad, and he's involved in a Ponzi scheme, and mum and dad are saying this is a Ponzi, it's a scam, and he has to push through it. And these guys at the top here, Kalpesh and Keith, are just telling them to hold in there and stay tight and don't let go of your dream. Don't let them take your dream away. We're unstoppable. We're invincible. They're Hyper Nation, HyperVerse, whatever.
I'm just leading by example and showing them what can be done. It comes close to family, and you're trying to really help them. So I will learn to be less emotional about this. So I have at least 5 to 6 calls set up per day.
Dizzy, you just an encouragement to everyone here, and you know that. Thank you.
If you're not in Hyper, you're broke, aren't you? I'm only paying for the car in USDT.
So if you don't catch up with it, Dizzy, who was on that other thingy, he's now jumped ship over here, wherever he is. What crypto? Oh, those 4 people, they're shocking. They would have defrauded millions of people. But anyway, Dizzy was in here somewhere. There he is, Dizzy Taylor. He's actually now in London, who was there, buying a car with USDT. He's made so much money, he can just walk in and pay with it in one transaction.
So grateful to you guys, because I am now living a dream. The people you love and care about, if they don't see it.
And we maxed out with 30 minutes to go today. Goodbye from him, goodbye from me. And as I always say, we're one family, one love, one community. Take care.
Oh, I'm going to let that play for a little bit. What I will do, is because that's terribly noisy, is it's everyone saying goodbye, so you get the idea. But there's this little shit kid that's just making all the noise, and I'll turn it right down. But I'll use this. Still noisy, isn't it? All right, so basically everyone, it's going off, in here is truly believing that this is not a scam and this is their passive income opportunity of a lifetime. And it's just breathtaking to see that they really do go after the Black African community, and they've always laced everything like it's a blessing from God. But what they are failing to comprehend is that it's worse than that, really, because they're literally stealing from the communities that don't have the money and they're giving to the rich, which is shocking. And it's terrible. So they're saying they're changing lives because they're watching people who are scam people and taking their money. And they're saying, look, it's changing their lives. It is. But it's also changing other people's lives. And I just absolutely think it is disgusting. So have a look at my picture. This is probably the most interesting Zoom meeting I've actually watched. I didn't actually start doing videos at this time. I started a month or two later. So I hadn't had a chance to talk over this leadership meeting. But you can certainly see the demeanor of people is a lot different. And it was basically in December where it seemed like a lot of the withdrawals got frozen and it started to create doubt in the community. Then in January, when everyone came back from their holidays or whatever it was, they started getting the withdrawals again, and everyone just went, wow, no, it's a sure thing. But no one's really sat there and worked out the mathematics of it all and tried to figure out whether it was a Ponzi scheme or not. Hey, I'm Danny DeHeck. I really value having you listen to my YouTube video. If you do hit the thumbs up, it makes a huge difference to YouTube. It's telling YouTube this video is good. It helps me fight Ponzi schemes. If you do subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the bell, you'll be notified when my new videos come out. If you go back to my first video on HyperVerse, you'll see I was pretty green at actually doing these YouTube videos. It is actually quite demoralizing watching these scammers at work and trying to have a good attitude about delivering what I feel is happening here. I'm not a crypto genius. I'm not even against crypto. As I said earlier, I've actually enjoyed playing around with it. But I am against people who will climb over you, and just walk over you to get to the top of their financial independence, for use of a better word. Is it really that important to you to have to scam people to build your wealth? You have one life. I mean, having good relationships in your life is paramount. And I have a few enemies because I've stuck my neck out. But I don't need those people in my life. But I have a whole lot of dear friends in my life as well. And that's where the value comes. So if you are someone who has learnt your lessons with HyperVerse or any other Ponzi scheme, and you would like to get on a Zoom meeting with me, I would like to start interviewing people. I'd like to hear your story. I'd like to know the mentality behind it. I'm not going to criticize you. I just want to know at what point you thought this was a good investment, what techniques these people used to encourage you and endorse that this was a good investment. If you are keen to do that, please reach out to me. I'm not hard to find. You just search for Danny DeHeck, D-E-H-E-K. You'll find me all over the internet. Even on my YouTube video, if you click on the About Us section, you'll find my contact details. You can go to deheck.com, and I'm not hiding on the internet. I'm stuck my neck right out here. So, I'm Danny DeHeck. You've been listening to another YouTube video on the Danny DeHeck YouTube channel. Please do hit the thumbs up, make my day, get these videos out, and let's see who we can save from getting scammed. Have a great evening. morning, lunchtime, or lunch. I don't know, whatever. Just have a great one. Be safe. Peace out. Peace out.